Welcome back to the Talk Jeremy Hanger. This is Mike coming at you with a Saturday episode of Sdcc. I'm trying to make this as quick as possible so we can burn through it real fast. But there are some updates. You know, the way Sdcc goes is that they show their preview night, and they have their Thursday, and then Friday there's some more stuff, and then Saturday there's more stuff. So this video is sort of dedicated to what was kind of revealed through some of these presentations they do there, and some of the stuff that they showed in the display that was different than it covered yesterday, and some fun stuff like that. But anyhow, let's get through this real fast, and then I won't have to go as deep in my news, so I don't need to make an hour-and-a-half long news video. I can keep it to about 35 to 40 minutes, touch on everything, touch on the, I don't know, I guess the top line, headlines of everything. Coming up. I do want to start out talking about how some stuff sold out. Jim Bro Skeletor sold out, which I'm not really surprised. I literally didn't even bother looking it up, but I would have liked one, but I don't really care. It looks cool, but how many Skeletors does one need? It has sold out. And then the other thing sold out, Jada Toys, their Street Fighter set that shows all of the beat up faces and all that, that sold out really fast. They said they put another round up and then it sold out again too. So it's pretty interesting and fascinating with that. We're going to get back to Jada, the whole little segment of stuff they revealed. Lara Croft is also sold out, and that's one I did want. I would have picked her up. But first of all, I went to BBTS to buy her, and I thought I pre-ordered her. I swear I thought I pre-ordered her. And then I started seeing people saying she sold out everywhere. I was like, yeah, I pre-ordered her. It's no big deal. I went to BBTS. I couldn't find her in my pre-orders. She's in a different category. I forgot what they said. On a wait list. So it was in stock when I pre-ordered her. By the time I finished my pre-order, out of stock and put on wait list. And that's problematic. I thought I had her and just went about my business because I had a lot of things to do. That's quite... I got waitlisted. Problematic. I would rather know, no, you didn't get the pre-order. Would you like to do the wait list? Not, I thought I got the pre-order. Now I'm on a wait list. So I don't like that at all. And I'll talk more about her in the Joe section, I guess. Super 7's big reveal here. Literally big. Price was, several of you told me in the comments, thank you very much. And then I saw it in a video. I could not find a picture where somebody got the picture and the price in there. But I did see it in a video that was later on, and I would just like to see more about it, like more of what it can do and why it's that expensive. I mean, it's massive. $290 or $195, $195, $195, not that bad, not that great. I figured they'd try to do some $300 nonsense. $200 still very expensive. $150 would have been a little more reasonable. I don't know, I'm on the fence. And BBTS still has, I think they still have these in stock, the Trouble Bubbles. But I had these pictures. I just, for some reason, didn't show them. I thought I was going to see more of it at in the booth at the Super 7, but they got this Trouble Bubble coming with the Python Patrol. So I'm not really shocked. No shocker. And I'm starting to wonder, like, is the Python Patrol going to be an exclusive somewhere else? Maybe Target or something? I don't know just yet. That's the information I still haven't gotten. I would like to have that information, but as more information comes, as soon as I find out, I'll be sharing it in my news. I don't have a lot of Masters Universe stuff, and I did go over a little bit, but there's this Sorceress that's being made, which I think, out of all the stuff that they've shown, the Sorceress, I think, is one of the coolest things that they showed off. Master Universe. I do believe this is from the movie, and now I'm also hearing movie is streaming on Amazon Prime right now, free with commercials. That's my understanding, so I need to go watch it. All right, now I'm back from watching the movie. No, just kidding. No, I do need to go watch that movie. Sad day, I guess, for NECA Turtles, but not really. All good things have to come to an end. I think NECA did a really great job with the Turtles, but everything they showed at Sdcc this year is it. That's it. They're not making anything else Turtles past that. Because of Mattel and they're losing the license, which makes me wonder, you know, why isn't Super 7 saying they're losing the license, all that kind of stuff. And Super 7 stuff they reveal for Turtles is still pretty far out, which does concern me about them getting the O-rings out and all that stuff. But Super 7's not acting. Brian's not saying he's lost the license, but they said that everything past what's getting shown right now, there's nothing else. It's over. It's over, man. Still don't have a date on when the Ecto Glow stuff is supposed to go up, but we have this here. So we're going to talk about these two things right here. It's like $55 for this 2-pack set. So allegedly, and theoretically, and truthfully, Tully and Janine were not part of the original series Ghostbusters back in the day, and Kinner. They were planned, though, but they weren't made in this look. So now we get it in this look as exclusive, which, okay, so it's reuse of Tully, and Tully's already made in the glow, the Ecto Glow. Wondering if Janine's gonna get Ecto Glow 2 or something else done with her. Still no word on when the Ecto Glow Chopper and Tully go into effect. Up for pre-order. But yeah, you can get that 2-pack right now. I pre-ordered it. I just got one. If it wasn't so expensive, $55 for 2 of those figures. When they were like, what were they like? Well, okay, I guess. I think they went at $25. I got them for $11 each at Walmart on clearance, so I keep thinking they're like $10 figures. Ectoplasm. So this is I guess you buy the case of 12 for $90, and then just randomly there's a whole bunch of different characters inside, and you collect the ghosts. Kind of fun if you're into this. It's really not for me. I'm not into all that, but if you're into it, then pretty cool. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and go through some McFarlane stuff here, and so this was all under a category of McFarlane, but I didn't know he had anything to do with Hellboy, if he made Hellboy, so I'm a little confused on that. I thought that was all boss fight, but maybe I'm wrong. Then we got obviously this stuff here we've seen before, but they've got it on display. I think this is from the original First Breakfast of McFarlane. And the previous days I had way too much on my plate to talk about all this. And then we've already seen this stuff. I think I have this wave. I've got to check. I think I might have the wave. I do want the clear. I don't think I got the clear Superman yet out of all this, though. I don't have Farmer Superman. I want to get that. Here's another look at this. And it looks like a lot of fun. Or is this even different stuff? But McFarlane is just like slamming it all out in his last year. I don't think I've ever seen a company go, hey, I'm losing the license, so let's just make 200 figures in the last year. I don't know if I've ever seen that before, but I think that's exactly what McFarlane's doing. And you know, people complain about McFarlane articulation, things, pins, and all that, but I don't know if Mattel's will be a whole lot better. I mean, some of the stuff they've done looks fantastic. So, some of it's not so great. It is what it is. It's a mixed bag. We're seeing them go on the way out. Seeing McFarlane on the way out. And all kinds of pictures here. Some of the stuff's a little redundant. I'm trying not to show too many redundant pictures, but there's a lot of redundant pictures here, right? And with all that, you know, the Super Friends stuff is kind of fun. The animated Batman and all that, that's kind of fun. And although I kind of pick and choose a lot of this, I think a lot of people... I did end up getting rid of my Batman 90s... Is it 90s? Batman 97 stuff? The animated... Batman animated stuff? Whatever year that was. Just, I can't go around down that route anymore. Spawn, we all know about that. So more Spawn stuff going on. More Spawn stuff spawned. Here's more things they have going on right here. I think these are more or less statues. They do some of the statues. And they're Mortal Kombat, which okay, so this is my problem with it. I'd have been on with this if I didn't already buy some of the weird, wacky, weird ones I did before. And now looking at it, man, I like that. I like the clear ones. That is awesome. And then Hasbro. Street Fighter Hasbro over here. I mean, what's going on, Hasbro? Just, I didn't put one and one together. I didn't connect the dots. I heard it and really didn't even let it click. Hasbro themselves are making it. But this is Street Fighter Kuma. That's insane. So I guess they're paying for the license so they can make Street Fighter stuff. And while other companies are making Street Fighter, Jada, You got Storm Arena, Storm Collectibles. I mean, it's insane. But of course, I think it's based off a movie, so different. It's different when you're based off a movie, I guess. They want to bet on a sure thing. I don't think this is a sure thing. They want to bet on a sure thing. Now, some of these characters I might actually pick up, though. So that's why I want to keep an eye on it. And then I guess we're getting into the G.I. Joe stuff. All right, let's get into G.I. Joe. So, Lara Croft, $45 on a retro card back. Retro card back looks good. I do have a problem with the fact that BMAX said she's going to be available everywhere. Everywhere includes Target and Walmart. It sounds like a fan channel exclusive because I don't see Walmart and Target being on this. And $45 for basically just another retro figure. Now you can say, okay, well they have a licensing fee, but once you put that over all the figures, and at the same time, they own the G.I. Joe Classified, so they're unlicensed already. They're licensed themselves. They don't have to pay for the license. So all of that, this is just a pure, absolute cash grab. On top of it, they're engaging your FOMO by putting out the smallest quantities ever for a classified figure originally. And then if more show up and she's easy to get upon release, then this is a classic case of just FOMO hype. Now, if she's sold out and stays sold out, they just didn't make very many. Either way, it's kind of ridiculous. It's kind of ridiculous. All right, Falcon. We're gonna see another picture of Falcon coming up. I think. Yeah, I'm gonna see the real figure, but in the presentation, the panel, they showed he's gonna be on a retro card. I love that. So definite buy for me. Instant buy. The Valkyrie, I don't know. I haven't bought any of the female ones on the retro cards yet. I think I got a female 2-pack, but I never opened it. But then there's the Flash, which I love the retro. I love being able to see my figures. And speaking of being able to see your figures, there's more of that coming up. Then we got the Arctic 3-pack, and I think we have ordering details coming up soon. So these pictures are not great. I mean, there should be official pictures released soon of all this, and I can throw all the good ones in a video once. But August 26th, 1 p.m. Pre-order. Pulse. Is it a Pulse exclusive? Yep, Pulse exclusive. Then they're giving some just random generic pictures of what was previously name-only reveals. So we got Hardball. Vintage figure only came with a figure and a gun. Let me tell you, when I was collecting that 503 vintage figures of 2024, I was so glad it was just him and a gun, but the gun actually has moving pieces. Anyway. Shipwreck the Sailor, I guess. I couldn't hear anything he said. Like, I heard, like, occasional bits and pieces. So I had absolutely no idea really what was being said for 90% of it, of the presentation. Shipwreck Sailor. And then, so I don't even remember who this is. Okay, so according to his tank, that's Diana October Guard. Diana the October Guard. So, we got that going on. Then there's going to be a new Dreadnought that they're going to create. Now, I did hear them say this. They're making an all-new Dreadnought, Flatline, and they're putting a new character. I will probably be a sucker and buy it just to add to my Dreadnought collection. But we have more Dreadnoughts coming, too, by the way. More in this video. Heat Viper's cool. Comes with, like, 6 giant missiles. I'm curious how they do it. Will he have the 6 on his legs like they had before? Of course, we don't know. They're just showing random pictures they found on the internet so they could just throw something up, I guess. And then Ninja Force, Snake Eyes, Jinx. So Ninja forcing Jinx to do something like that, and then Snake Eyes. And then what's next? We got the 40th anniversary movie line. Now the 40th anniversary movie line is basically stuff from the movie. Is all the retro for the whole year is 40th anniversary of the movie. So it's a character had to be in the 87 movie to be on a retro card. They're not going to be putting out So, was Snow Job in the movie? Yes. Will Snow Job get a 2027 retro release? I hope. I expect. But maybe even sooner, so. Now, this is the big one. Literally, they touched on it and said that it's not going to be a Haslab. It's going to be a made-to-order. Probably about, they didn't say a price, but I'm guessing about $150. Because it's not going to come with a figure. Thrasher is going to be sold separately. Which I think is a very smart move. Because at this point, not everybody has room for another vehicle. And even if you want a vehicle, this might not be one you want to buy to go with Thrasher. And then they made a lot of swappable pieces. Just a whole bunch of pieces come off or go on, and you can make it look like 3 or 4 different vehicles, sort of, in a way, if you want to. And this is a render, so the front end probably won't slope way down like that. Probably closer to the real deal once they're done. I'm guessing. I don't know. I'm guessing. I saw a picture I wanted to clip from a Facebook. I couldn't find it again. It's how it always is. If I don't take the screen right away when I see it, I never can find it again. But here is Slaughter's Triple T in the box. That's how big it's going to be. Another one, we don't have the price on it just yet. Or I don't know the price on it just yet. As soon as I get it, I will let people know. Here is the Crimson Snake Armor. So you got a second shot at this. Now you get it in red, or you don't get it at all. I bet they put the white one back out. See, there's no stipulation saying that they can't put it back out. They're going to put the green Vamp back out. They're going to put this back out. I'm sure, the white one back out, I'm sure, after they've given you 3 recolors 2 years from now. Probably. Then here is, so you can see, someone had, well, several people have said that the Triple T was shrunk down to just fit in the picture for the promo pictures. That it's actually significantly larger than the promo pictures, but at the same time, it's still not gigantic. I think it's perfect size. I think it looks, I think they did a good job with it. I think it looks great. I don't know if I'm buying it though. Just, I don't know if I need it, but it looks good. Well, yes, and this is the correct Sarge to go with this based on the vintage line. I would like the Sarge with the USA stripes, mellowway, and all that. Now we get to see Falcon, and of course we get to see the other set. Okay, I'm going to stop right now. I don't know when Fatal Fluffies go up for order. I need to know that, though. I need to know that, because that is, it still says coming soon. So I don't know when the pre-order is for that. And I need to know. That's something I need. I need the Fatal Fluffies. I don't really care about the Shipwreck set. They look nice, though. But I need to know about the Fatal Fluffies. As soon as I find that out, I'm sharing with everybody, because I'm getting me a few of them bad boys. And I'll make arrangements in my life to sit in front of my computer at 11 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon, 4 in the afternoon, I don't know, whatever nonsense time they come up with. The carrot that they dangle, taught you how to dangle, Range Viper. So then when they were discussing this Range Viper, he actually addressed the fact that the dark area, the dark times, he didn't use my wording, but the dark times where Hasbro did not care about their collectors at all, and they put them in these stupid closed boxes. Now you can get the Range Viper in an open box. And I have a feeling a lot of figures from that era are going to come back out. Just like we saw with like a Shipwreck, we're probably going to get, they're going to get a refresh on a Shipwreck, but I think we'll get a classic Shipwreck either in retro or in this style. And some other characters will go like that. I mean, they've already pretty much done the beef of what people want. And, you know, once you've given us everything we want, you get into, you know, Star Wars Black Series territory where they're just cannibalizing themselves over and over and over. You can only re-eat your toy line 3 or 4 times, and they're already at double and triple on several characters, so they can't cannibalize it a whole lot more without just ending it. So we'll see how they do it, but giving us all those dark time, closed boxes with windows, I think would be acceptable. It would be kind of sinister, actually. And here's something, Mezco. I actually have more Mezco than just that, but so they're coming with the 1/12 collective lino, and I will say this. Well, I'll say this for the next one, but I was going to say this for the Conan. I got a Conan to show. This looks so good that I realize why people flip out about Mezco. They're only $112 figures. I don't want to spend that on a lino. I don't care how good it looks. I'm not spending $100 on a lino when I have, a perfectly decent lino for the price that I paid. But it does look good. And, I'm okay with, I guess, the $45 price point I paid for mine. $65 nowadays. $75 for the Sdcc one from Super 7. Then this is Conan the Barbarian, and I have to say this, that they nailed it. They nailed the look of Arnold in this. And the thing about this was at the height of Arnold in the 80s. Conan the Barbarian was being played all the time in reruns. The movie was a great movie, but it was being played all the time. So this is quintessentially like your easy access to Arnold while you're chilling at home, because that movie was almost always on, and so that did propel him into stardom, in my opinion. But they sure did nail the look. And of course, you gotta see what he looks like with his shirt off. They did not show that yet. 112. I don't know. I do not know if I'd pony up whatever they're going to charge, 112 or something for it. But I might. Mezco's also showing off Jack Skellington and Sally from Nightmare Before Christmas. Now it's got a huge cult following for that. And this does say in the bottom, I think this is going to be 1/12 collectible. I'm looking for that, but this is just the first teaser reveal. More on this at what they call MezcoCon in 2026. So that's quite interesting. There's not a whole lot of Nightmare Before Christmas toys and collectibles available out there, but these look okay. All right, I want to quickly show these now. I don't know all the names of the characters, but there's more added. So the three on the left were originally there, and then the two on the right got added, and they say Saturday, today, that they're going to add one more. So there's going to be one more added to the mix here with the Street Fighter stuff that's going on. And this is characters. These are characters I don't remember. I think these are Alpha. If I am right, this is all the Alpha series. There's a closer look at these two dudes. The figures look phenomenal. And that's the thing. I think Jada is killing it with these. It feels like it's been 5 years of collecting these, so but they're killing it. But we're getting this new era. We don't have all the older ones, the ones that I'm looking for just yet. But I think they're all through the pipeline, so that's why they're doing all this. Then we get into Invincible. Now, I watched a couple episodes just so I have a little bit of knowledge and understanding, and can see what these nail the cartoon look exactly. The figure on the top left was an exclusive to the event, and I think they said it's sold out. And so yeah, this is some really cool stuff. I'm actually surprised. So they're coming out of the gate with a whole lot already on this Invincible line, and it's surprising how slow they move on other lines. I feel like they're moving a lot faster on this, which kind of tells me, just makes me think that they've only got it for a short period of time. That's what I'm thinking. But the big dude in green is Alan the Alien, I believe. He's pretty big. And then Super 7's making theirs too, and Super 7... Alright, so I got this picture here of the Battle Beast from Super 7. Now, notice the difference, double the price, more than double the price of what you're going to be seeing with the Jada figures, but this guy's a little bit bigger, I think, because 7-inch scale. So, I actually think that if you got all the Jada figures and got this Battle Beast, that it would look great in a collection. That's just my opinion. Just curious what you guys think. But $65, Battle Beast, Super 7 Ultimates. He's a big boy. Now, I don't recall seeing the likes of the Headless Horseman and the other monster in the green jacket over there. And is that the Haunter? Is that a Haunter? I guess that's Zombie. It's definitely not Wolfman. It's not Frankenstein. So, information that I have from Jada is that they've got a minimum of one more wave coming, which would obviously have Velma in it, right? Not Velma? Velma? Yeah, Velma. And more ghosts. So, this line looks pretty good. I wish I could catch them on sale somewhere, so I'd buy them all. But they're doing a fantastic job. Yes, better than the character options ones. I will definitely say that. Let me know what you think. Did this help you? Was this kind of fun to watch? Interesting to watch? Well, guess what? It's going to be a lot more fun on Saturday. I'll tell you that. Like, subscribe. Today, Hanger out.